Here's some partnering details for the underarm pass. We're going to start with the leaders first. Now, this is an underarm pass because she is going down our right side instead of our left side. So although we're in the slot with her, this time around, instead of stepping to the right, we are stepping to the left. So count one. It is to the back and to the left. So there it is, 1. On 2, we're going to step through with our right foot going down the rail. As we do this, we're going to start raising the hand up. When we raise the hand up, we have to be careful because we don't want to raise it higher than her head. If we do that, we signal immediately for her to turn. This is a pass, this is not a turn. So don't bring it up that high. So here we are on count 2. Now I want you to look at my hand here. So as I'm moving into count 3, I'm going to flip my wrist over and I'm going to look as if I'm looking at an imaginary watch right there, okay? That's going to give the signal to her that she is going to go under this arm. Now, when she goes under the arm, we want her to go under the wrist, not the elbow. So as she passes through, it's going to loop over her head, and then she's going to continue down the line, all right? That's going to work without turns. The only way we can do that is on count 2, going into count 3, we switch and look at our watch. But don't look at your watch too early. So we don't want to take the first step and immediately go up and look at our watch. This will signal to her to turn right now. It's not time yet. So here it is. I'm in the slot. I'm stepping over onto the rail. It is 1, start bringing the hand up. 2, this is where I'm going to flip the wrist. 3, and it goes over her head, nice and relaxed. We don't want any pressure right here. So this hand, don't push down, don't push away. It's nice and relaxed, and it's connected to her hand. She loops it over her head. That gives me the ability to then step back into the slot. This is nice and relaxed. And then we go into our anchor step. Now what you'll notice is that she is simply doing a left side pass. It's the same way that she would do it if we were doing a left side pass. I just got off on the other rail, which made it very important for me to bring the hand over. So functionally, that's how you can think of this underarm pass. It's simply the same move for her, but I need to loop the arm over so it doesn't get caught. All right, here we are. I'm going to lead again. One of the big problems in this move is because you're going to raise the hand up, you're going to want to engage that bicep and go 1. You know, we've talked about this in the other patterns already. Be careful of engaging that bicep. If anything, it should stretch away from you more. So here we are in our anchor position. I'm going to take my step 1. It stretches a little bit away. Then I start bringing the hand up. Notice I didn't bring it to me. I left it in the middle of us. So here we are on 2. I flip to look on 3 as she's passing. 3, and I do not pull the arm down. I leave this lightly connected. I step back in. I'm not in charge of bringing that arm down. And then we go into our 5 and 6. So really for us, it is that idea of keeping that arm relaxed. It is going over her head. As long as you don't bring it up too early and you don't engage it, this should be very clear. It is relaxing as it goes over the top and loops over her head. That is really important for us as leaders.
It definitely is. Anytime you guys are dealing with the height of the hand, you know, we've already mentioned it, but just to kind of reiterate, it means something. You want it to communicate something. So very specifically, the hand staying more to the waist and more to the center of gravity, I know that there's no underarm, anything. This is the usual spot that I can just kind of relax and go, I know nothing different is happening. As this hand is starting to come up, you're telling me something's going to happen. Now, the height of the hand tells me volumes as to when that's going to happen. So if you wind up going past my eye level to the top of my head, you're basically telling me to turn right this moment, like turn now. And so as a follower, as soon as you give us clearance, we're turning, we're going. So I like to think of it about kind of her eye level, maybe right above the shoulder. There's this little window that's telling me it's going to be something that includes going over the head. So you'll see as he's doing this that the height of the hand's telling me it is going to go over my head, but it hasn't given me clearance to turn yet. So again, he goes up higher, and now I can go through with no complications or problems. So really, just being aware that where the hand level is and at what point you're doing certain things is actually communicating when you want us to do any type of rotation. Is it going to happen, or is it supposed to be happening right now? So that just makes things really, really clear to the follower. Now followers, as we're moving into kind of our side of this, you'll notice, yes, the footwork is identical to what we're doing in the left side pass. However, we're having to do this extra element of using the arms. So I want to talk about that for a second, because sometimes we're not aware that, you know, outside turns, inside turns, there's different ways that we need to lead and follow this. So in this inside rotation that we're doing, I want you to think that you're going to allow this arm to relax and come across your face, right? It's almost like arm styling, right? So why that's important is, if I do this towards you so that you see it, is that in order for me to keep moving forward, I need to relax and let my body thread through, and then I have a reason to rotate. So if I do this again from this angle, I walk, I'm threading through, and then I rotate. So ultimately, we kind of get the sense that we have run out of rope with our own arms. Not that it's the rope of the leader's arms, hopefully, it's ours. So the threading through keeps you moving forward, because one of the most notorious things that happens when we're first learning this and we're just not quite getting it right would be to get this idea that I'm turning, maybe the leader has given me clearance too soon, and then I start backing through. And we always joke, like, unless you're doing a moonwalk, we're gonna just say no to that for right now, yes? So ultimately, what's our footwork? Forward, 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 forward. And in order to pull that off, we have to let the arm relax across us before we go for the unwind. So I'm gonna show that one more time. It is 1, 2, I thread through, now I have a reason to rotate, and finish my thought with the anchor. So that, to me, probably a good place for you guys to focus as you're moving through this pattern.
Those are great things to work on. There you go, underarm pass.